This offseason has been one of the worst with reporting ever, probably. One day we hear something, the next day we hear the exact opposite. Hell, sometimes it's within a few hours we hear a contradiction. The whole Shohei Ohtani on a plane thing was insane, and ironically, Bob Nightingale was the one who debunked that rumor. Nightingale is famous for being wrong on everything, so maybe him correctly reporting that Ohtani wasn't on a plane meant we can trust him? No, it was not, and that's why it's ironic, because Marcus Stroman just signed a contract with the New York Yankees, but just days before this contract was agreed upon, Nightingale reported that despite Stroman wanting to play for the Yankees had declined to offer him a contract. The very next day, Nightingale then reports that the two have mutual interest in each other, and he didn't even acknowledge the first thing he said. Like, bro, you just said the complete opposite hours ago, and now you say the Yankees do want him? Which is it? Well, we now know it was mutual because Stroman just signed a 2-year deal worth $37 million to wear those pinstripes. And on the surface, okay, yeah, the Yankees get a good solid, I'd say about a number 3 pitcher, and it's not a crazy commitment. But when you dig a little deeper, at least when I dig a little deeper, I realize Marcus Stroman in the Bronx is going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be a complete disaster or like heaven. No in between. So welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time. Over 78% of my watch time is from people who aren't subscribed. So if you enjoy the video, hit that button along with the bell for post notifications. It will make me happy, a feeling that Marcus Stroman was not feeling about the Yankees a few years ago. When it comes to Marcus Stroman and the New York Yankees, there's a history there. Well, Stroman has a history with a lot of people and teams. The Yankees are just one of them. Marcus Stroman is a good pitcher, sometimes even a great pitcher, but he's not nearly as good as the best of the best as much as he likes to act like he is. And Stroman, to put things simply, likes to talk. He likes to talk, he likes to publicly call others out for really nothing, and he attributes it all to having a chip on his shoulder, almost to disguise the reality that he's just being a douchebag a lot of the time. He's seemed to have issues with every team he's ever been on, and at this point it's just obvious that he's the problem. He implied the Mets were racist because they were looking to sign other pitchers who were better than him. Seriously, that happened. Robbie Ray, who had just won the Cy Young Award, and Kevin Gausman were both on the free agent market and got more attention from the Mets, so as a result, of course, that means they're racist. He also trashed Mets fans, accusing them of being racist and calling him slurs, and while with the Cubs last season, publicly tweeted about his contract talks with the team, which is not a very professional thing to do. So overall, Stroman just picks fights, and he's also been very vocal against the Yankees. Back in 2019, Stroman was traded to the Mets, with reports saying that Stroman threw a tantrum in the Blue Jays clubhouse when finding out about the trade because he wanted to go to the Yankees, with his angry response to it apparently being the reason why the media wasn't allowed into the clubhouse that day. Stroman's own father then said that his son was hoping it was the Yankees. Quote, he was kind of psyched, maybe hoping to go there. I'm not going to tell you that he wasn't. Yankees general manager Brian Cashman himself even said Stroman wasn't a difference maker around the time of the trade. So skip ahead to 2021 during spring training, and the Stroman Yankee hate train began, when he went on to claim that those reports were all fake. But the weird part was that he wasn't even asked about the Yankees. The question was, as a Long Island native to have a chance to pitch for the Mets, how excited are you about that? This was Stroman's response.
Beyond excited, you know what I mean? A lot of false media reports when I first got traded over that came out and said that I wanted to pitch for the Yankees, which were completely false. I was beyond excited to be traded to the Mets. To be honest with you, my family, I have way more Met fans in my family than I do Yankee fans. So the fact that that report let it run was crazy at the time, because I was beyond excited to pitch in Queens for my entire future. I've been excited to pitch in Queens. I've been excited to pitch in New York for the Mets. Nothing has changed since the time I got traded over, regardless of what reports have ran.
The reporter asked Stroman how he felt about the Mets, and he basically said screw the Yankees, and the shots thrown their way didn't end then. Later that year, Stroman tweeted out, besides Garrett Cole, there's no current Yankee pitcher who will be anywhere in my league over the next 5 to 7 years. Their pitching always folds in the end. That lineup and payroll should be winning World Series left and right, yet they're in a drought. LOL. That tweet has since been deleted. So before he could even burn bridges with the Mets, he burned bridges with the Yankees, then he burned bridges with the Mets, and called them all evil racists after becoming a Cub. Well, I guess he didn't totally burn that Yankees bridge, considering he of course just signed there. The same day Stroman signed, it had been reported earlier that the Yankees offered Blake Snell a contract, with it also being reported that Snell said no because he wanted an extra year. So that all kind of lines up. From the outside looking in, it looks like they offered Snell a deal. He said no, so they went with Stroman. Okay, great. And again, on the surface, it's a good addition, but you can't deny the baggage that you're bringing in either. Stroman could have potential issues with his teammates. That's always a possibility, more so with him than others, but I'm more concerned about how this is going to go with the fans. He hated Mets fans. To hate Mets fans and then sign with the Yankees is like saying a candy bar is too unhealthy, so you choose to eat 2 bowls of ice cream instead. You think Mets fans were bad? You have no idea what's coming. And by bad, I obviously don't mean the fan bases in general, I just mean the hostility that comes when you make enemies with them, which is of course something Stroman has done. He made enemies out of Mets fans and hated them. He creates a similar situation with Yankees fans, times all of that by 10. At the end of the day, it's all about how well he does. It's really that simple, especially when you're on a team like the Yankees or really any of the Northeastern teams. If you're good, they'll love you. You're not good, they'll hate you. But then again, Yankees fans are the most extreme with that, and that's what my biggest concern here is. Yankees fans boo everybody, literally everybody. They booed freaking Aaron Judge after he had his MVP season because he struck out a couple times in the playoffs. Was it the majority of the crowd? No. At least I don't think it was, but damn. Garrett Cole gets booed seemingly all the time, and he just won the Cy Young Award, so it's not even just the bad players. You can be great and still get booed for one bad game. It's ruthless in the Bronx, and Stroman has proven over the years that all of that matters to him. It bothers him. So even if Stroman has a really good year, he has one bad game or a bad little stretch and gets booed, or the fans heckle him at all, he might go crazy. Now imagine if he actually has a terrible season. Oh my god, he's just gonna retire on the spot. He'll take a Yankees jersey and burn it on the field, and then frame it as a Klan rally organized by the fans. This genuinely has the potential to be a nightmare, because some people can handle playing in New York, and specifically in the Bronx. You never hear Garrett Cole complain about the fans booing him, but it's hard to see a reality where Stroman doesn't go on some public rant about getting booed, whether it's to the media, on Twitter, or whatever. But overall, if Stroman is good, the Yankees win, Stroman adds really nothing negative, it will all work out, and I think it would actually be amazing. An amazing fit for him and the team. I can see him embracing all of it, and he goes down as a Yankees legend, especially if he helps them win a ring. I can genuinely see all that, but nothing in between. The Yankees, their fans, the aura around the team, it's all too extreme to not have an extreme result with an extremely emotional player. This has the makings to be one of the best Yankees signings of all time, or one of the absolute worst. Let's all find out together. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon.